Hello everybody and welcome back to Need for Speed Heat. I am Solhom, the gamer who's bad at games.
I am Chewy.
I expected more from you for some reason, I don't know.
Subvert expectation, eat my ass.
Pretty much. Throat, goat, and my pain, etc, etc. Alright. So last time Chewy tried to escape the cops and he agrees now that the car needs some balls. We're gonna get the car some balls, but we need to get the car some money first. Dealership. We don't have money for no dealership. Where is this?
Because it's still set from the night before.
Do we want to go to this asshole or do we want to go to this asshole?
Well,
oh, she's still
maybe do a couple of daytime races before you go to that.
Just get some money.
Yeah.
I like how this one looks. There's a lot of turns in it. It's gonna be bad, but we're gonna try. I mean, right now the car is like built to do corners a lot better than it was, anyways.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. We'll see how this goes. Daytime races are more my thing. I ought to let you just do the nighttime races. You probably get caught a lot less by the cops.
You know what? There's a distinct possibility.
Yeah, maybe that's what we should be doing with this series.
Perhaps. It might make us actually progress a little bit better.
Yeah. Maybe we should have thought about this like episode 1 instead of episode 4.
5. This is episode 5.
Yep, you're not wrong. I'm gonna go over here instead.
Well, that's the way you're supposed to go anyway, so...
Yeah, but they wanted me to go around that corner. I'm just like, nah, we chopped the corner. Thank you. Alright, let's go. For some reason, that End My Pain sticker just gets me. It's just like, End My Pain!
Well, I mean, you know, it looks like it... I was trying to make it look like the skull on the back was saying it.
Yeah. The Chewy skull.
Yes.
For lack of a better... I mean, you probably know the actual name of the sticker.
Nope.
No?
That's one that EA came up with.
Okay, it's the Chewy sticker now.
Yeah, pull on those cars that have 400 horsepower.
Yeah. You know, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yep. In your car that has as much power as a baby's fart.
Man, I don't know. Some babies' farts.
You know what the sucky thing about being a car enthusiast is these days? I'm listening to the exhaust on this thing and all I'm hearing is ticket, 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 ticket. Even though we're speeding and blasting through walls and shit. I'm just looking at this car and I'm like, I could see 7 different reasons why this thing's being pounded.
Yup.
There's actually a dude that I follow. He lives in a town that's about 3.5 hours away from where we live, but he gets his car tuned by a shop in town here. And I saw his car outside their shop. It's a Nissan Silvia S15 with a Vertex wide body kit, and it's got an RB26 swapped into it. None of that means anything to you. This is more...
Yeah, it's more for people that might know. Yeah, I understand.
Anyway, so I saw it sitting there getting worked on, and then later on that night I look on Instagram, and he posts... He got his car impounded and his vanity plate confiscated. You want to know what for?
Because it said fuck?
No. Because he didn't have a muffler and he had an aftermarket steering wheel. And that was grounds to impound his car and confiscate his license plate.
Jeez. That's some bullshit.
Right? Like,
yeah, like, I'm not even a car guy and I'm like, that's bullshit.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like, so in Edmonton there's a thing called Project Tensor, which is just cops pull you over and at their own discretion can have your car impounded because the exhaust is really loud. And which means you could talk to 7 different cops and they'll all tell you, like, yeah, your exhaust is fine. But you get one guy who's having a bad day and your car's in the impound.
Or like his superior officer said, you better be handing out some tickets, boy. And he's just like, alright, I got you.
Yeah.
I know, right? I know the guy. I just took out a structural support for that bridge. It's gonna be a bad time for the next guy to go over it.
So it's just... like... that's kind of where I'm at these days, because like I'm trying to get out of my stupid pickup truck because gas is so expensive now and my truck is just a hunk of trash. And it's like, I want to, like, I've worked so hard to get so much money to buy a car, and now I'm scared to, because it's like, cool, so how long before I buy my car that I've worked so hard to get, and somebody just has a bad day at work, and now it's sitting at the impound?
Yeah. I did just see a pop-up for encoding overloaded, so hopefully you guys aren't having as much chug as the last several episodes, but like I said in the last episode, there's only so much I can do, so hopefully it's at least viewable more so than episode 1 to 3, but anyways. Sorry to take away from your vehicle rant temporarily,
But yeah, so like, I guess my agitation comes from, and like, I understand, like, they don't want vehicles to be just ungodly loud and making everybody else. Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, okay, there should be a
set,
some sort of barometer for it instead of just what some random person decides is okay. There should be like a guideline of sorts.
Yeah.
And also, I'm frustrated with the fact that it's like, you can work so hard, save so much money to get a thing you want, and somebody else can ruin it for you like that.
Well, that's just kind of right now, and I'm sure it's everywhere, but it's definitely like, obviously it's closer to home for me right now. Just the fact that it's in Alberta, anyways. That's where we're all from. Right now, there's like this basically like pandemic of just theft. Like you can barely walk down a street without people having security cameras all over their houses aimed at you, because somebody just sees something they want in your yard, they will hop the fence, cut the lock, whatever they have to do to go in there and take it. Like, kids can't have bikes. There are literally grown-ass men out there basically going from one meth appointment to the other on children's bikes because that's what they could grab. And so that's always been my argument. It's just like, so basically it doesn't matter what you do to work for whatever you want, because some other guy can just have your thing because you got sticky fingers and the cops can't do nothing about it. Well,
it's not even a matter of not being able to do something about it. It's just, it's such a common issue that they're overwhelmed.
Yeah. Well, and I was talking to some cops because the nature of the security gig is that you get to talk to some cops, obviously, and they say that it is frustrating for them too, and I see it from their perspective, because like, how rough is it that they can put somebody away? They could spend freaking weeks chasing this guy, they finally catch up to him, they put him away, and the courts like throw the book at him for a whole like week in jail, or less, or just a fine. And it's like, so this person's back out on the streets anyways after the cops spent all this time trying to actually catch him. And it's just, that's frustrating. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have my own frustrations with the police because, like,
you've seen the bad side of it, basically.
I've seen nothing but the bad side of it. So, I used to have an F-150. And it got stolen from outside of my house, and the next morning it was found in a farmer's field outside of town with a stolen trailer and stolen work truck, and my transmission was blown up in the truck. And they called me and they said, we went through this thing looking for fingerprints, we didn't find anything. And I was like, okay, whatever. So I pick up my truck, and before I can even, or no, they said they were looking for DNA or fingerprints. So they specified DNA. I didn't even open the door to my truck before I found a homemade meth pipe on the floor. Couldn't find any DNA on that, huh? Or how about when I got it to where I needed to go to fix, like swap out my blown up transmission, and there was a first aid kit full of blood, but we couldn't get any DNA from that.
Yeah.
So it's like, and here's the thing, I want to be crystal clear. I understand that if they hadn't caught, like, they didn't catch the person who stole my truck in the truck, so they weren't catching that person. I understand that. The part that pissed me off was the part where they told me they did something they didn't. I'm an adult. Just explain to me, look, we could go through the truck, but realistically, we aren't going to be able to connect this to anybody.
Yeah.
And even if we do, it's going to be so much BS to try and even get them on anything. and it's probably not going to end in anything happening to them. I'd be like, my response would be, okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
But when you tell me you did something you didn't, but then, like, I buy a pickup truck, and the very first time I ever got pulled over in my newer truck, I got pulled over because I took the correct amount of time at a stop sign, and that was decided to be sketchy.
We did mention that in a previous recording as
Yeah,
well.
and then the second time I got pulled over was on the same street, and I got a ticket for a burnt-out headlight. That was my first ever ticket. And then the next time I got pulled over was for driving through my neighborhood at 3 in the morning. I've been followed to my front door countless times. I am so sorry that I went on an angry rant this time instead of saying anything funny. Jesus.
I mean, it is what it is sometimes. That's the nature of commentary. I more so feel bad that I really have no response to this because I've heard all of these stories and I'm just like, I get it. Like, I've heard this and worse from other people as well.
So it's just like...
Ooh, that guy was right there.
I guess my agitation is the fact that, like, I understand that there are certain limitations and cops are not superheroes. They can't do every single thing. But it's the fact that when I needed the police, I got lied to by them, and then just trying to drive through my day-to-day life, I get fucking smacked down every chance they get.
Yeah, it is frustrating when it's just like when you get pulled over as a law-abiding person, and meanwhile there's people out there, some like potentially where you live, potentially like blocks away, stealing somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
But they're pegging on you, right?
Yeah.
Let's fix our car. Anyways.
That's another. Sorry, I'm just gonna beat on this one more thing, and then I'm good to move on. But just, I guess. The issue I have is, like, so when it comes to, like, tickets for a missing mud flapper, a cracked windshield, or, like, my first ticket for being a burnt-out headlight, it's like... Okay, so in that instance, the punishment is being poor. Because if I made, like, $150,000 a year, oh no, I got an $81 ticket for my burnt-out headlight. While I make money hand over fist, I should have replaced the headlight. But I make minimum wage.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have some options. We could just put a better ECU in.
That'll help with your acceleration for sure.
Yeah, and we got better cooling.
I mean, you could do both of those. You've got 30 grand.
Yeah, basically one of these is one race.
Yeah.
So we could get both, because I did 2 races.
Yes, do it.
Okay. It's at least a start, right?
Yep.
We got better cooling.
Oh, wait. Go to turbo.
Okay, so yeah, we got... Oh, it's too expensive now, but...
Okay.
We could save up for it if you think that's better, because we got turbo, we got dual turbo, or we got Roots supercharger.
Single turbo would be your best bet.
But for now, if you wanted to just do that, we got the ECU we could still do, or I could put in a better exhaust.
No, you can't.
We got brakes I could fix.
Those don't actually do anything for some reason.
Yeah, or we got like tires. Put drift tires on it just for you.
Nah, it's okay. I think your best bet.
Just saving up for the turbo.
Well, no, just throw the ECU on. Because, yeah, you need a little bit more oomph right now. Plus, with a higher rank for the vehicle, you can get into better paying races.
Fair. Okay. Well, I will go back to day because I actually do like the idea of me taking the days and you taking the nights from this point on. So, since I'm the one in control of this episode, we're just doing some daytime races. I think I'm probably going to go hit Dex up and see if we can do his nonsense this time. So he was up here. Oh, we can actually do her.
No.
Says we can.
Yeah, but it's still a nighttime thing. So it's just going to swap it to nighttime.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Has a little better get up and go at least. It didn't spin out for quite as long anyways. top speed seems a little better too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to gauge until you're actually in races, I suppose. But
It's almost picking up speed better.
ooh, that corner is nasty though. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Generally speaking, it's I even get them. Honestly, well, not sugarcoated. I even get the cop lying to you about like what they did. I get it just because like anybody else, they look at you and say, "Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do shit," and that person would ream on them for an hour, you know, about how the cops don't do shit and whatever else, and so it's like I get them just saying, "Well, we did all of these things and we couldn't find anything. Isn't that tough shit?" Because then Cranky McGee, the other guy, would be all like, "Okay, I understand. Thank you for trying."
But
right?
even then, that's not that wouldn't necessarily prevent them, because then you could just end up with an earful about, well, what the fuck good are you?
Yeah, true.
So I don't know. I think it's just
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. I don't know. I sympathize with the cops because they do catch a lot of shit. Having said that, before, you know, I get the random person in my comments being all like, yeah, you know, pigs beating on people, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, there's bad cops. There's also bad, you know, grocery clerks. There's bad, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just...
I'm very much of a... So, before I state it, the statement defund the police isn't saying that we should get rid of police. It's saying that some of the funds should be allocated so that they don't have to do everything, including stuff that shouldn't be their job. So, like, responding to a mental crisis, that shouldn't be a policeman's job. That should be
ambulance or something.
mental health.
Yeah.
Like, it should just be... You need to have police for what requires police, which is investigating crimes and enforcing laws.
Yeah.
But making them do everything, that's not good for them, that's not good for the community, that's not good for anybody.
Yeah, I also support, like, Calgary, for example, like, their police are not RCMP, and I also, like, the RCMP in Canada are pretty much, like, the federal police force. So, like, having the RCMP deal with, like, a, I don't know, like, a, personal crisis, I don't know, like, something... One of these situations, like you said, that shouldn't be a police thing. That's like basically somebody in the States calling the FBI to their house for a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's just not their job.
Yeah. Whereas, like, in Calgary, there is... The police there are pretty much like a private security company, almost. But at a higher
Is that Calgary
level.
or Edmonton? Because no, Edmonton has the Edmonton Police Service.
Well, Calgary has the Calgary Police Service,
Oh,
so
they
maybe they both do. But fact is, they're not the RCMP. They're a separate police force that holds some power, sure, but it is different. Oh, hang on. Apparently, I have to impress Dex with my car that actually suddenly has some chutzpah. Oh, no turning though.
Well, yeah, because frostbite.
Yes. Which is going to be a
I'm gonna
theme.
fucking beat that drum until we're done.
Yeah. And if I ever become famous, Frostbite will be shamed by these statements.
Yes. In like the 7 years from now, where I'm sure EA's probably going to have moved on to a different engine for Need for Speed, I hope.
Ooh. Hang on, I'm just repairing my car, don't worry about it. Anyways. Yeah, no, I even regret saying when I get famous, because, like, the idea of this channel has always been to have basically all of my friends doing, like, a creative endeavor together, basically.
Of sorts.
Yeah. So, like, Media's got his reviews coming up. We don't know when exactly, but he's in the writing and design process, we'll say. And Big Country has started doing some recordings, but I don't know if he's actually going to, like, give them to me to put up, or if he's just kind of just messing around right now, or what. But, oh, hang on. Gotta pause one moment. Don't worry, guys, it was just pizza, and it's more important than you. Anyways, I was in the middle of a race, apparently.
It's gonna be really hard for us to jump back into whatever the fuck we're talking about for, because, like...
Yeah, I know we were kind of vaguely talking about law enforcement, basically, but...
Yeah, we took a 20-minute break to eat pizza.
Well, to be fair, that pizza wasn't supposed to even be here for another, like, 15 minutes. Well, it's supposed to have been here by now, but not by the time that I had to pause the recording. It was supposed to be, like, 15 minutes out. Basically, we were supposed to finish this episode, and then the pizza would arrive, and we would eat, and it would be fine, but...
But, you know, it's not well.
That guy's car almost looked a little like ours, only with a little less tank slap on the side. That guy helped me corner.
I just feel like you're probably not winning this.
Well, no, that guy's way the hell up there.
Yeah. I guess he must have had something broken on the car the first time.
I guess. That or maybe just everybody else got out of his way this time or something. Yeah, because the first time he was... Oof. We don't talk about that. He was nowhere near the threat in the last one. And this is what I was talking about in the first race. It's just like, if you're supposed to get first, make the guy that you need, that you feel like you should beat, the guy that's in first.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And
way to shit talk yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say, and he basically just insulted himself.
He's just like, I am not good at racing.
I'm terrible, so what's your problem?
I'm 40 and I sleep on some 20-year-old's couch.
I don't think she's 40.
You called her 40.
Well, she looks older than 40. Why'd you quit?
Because I don't think I'm beating that one right now.
Fair enough.
He kicked my asshole in more than a little bit. So, what else do we got around here? Because we could use some money.
Violent hiccups, apparently.
Yeah. They sure sound violent, anyways. Oh, wait. We have a freaking race all the way out in... Where the hell?
Buttfuck Egypt.
Yeah. At least it's not buttfuck nowhere. I hate that place. This one's kind of close.
Yeah. Fucking
Wait. Oh, I already did that one. Okay. Yeah. I was just like, hey, there's one that's even closer, but no, we already did that one. Yeah, our top speed's better, but for one thing, not good enough apparently. And I still feel like we're missing something. Next episode, you'll do night races, and you can see what we're
our next
dealing with.
We're missing our fucking turb ski button.
Fair. Whoa! At least I can blow through that one.
Gotta get the Shanghai spoolie blow. Cheap eBay turbos.
Yes. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Which, I'd like to know what the fuck kind of turbo kit they plan on running if it's 20 grand.
Maybe the 20 grand is the actual cost of putting it in a vehicle that is not equipped for... Because you were talking in a previous episode how how they're just dropping this shit into a...
Yeah, but like, they're not doing any of the supporting mods anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
it would be a good game if they cared.
I mean, at least they cared enough this time to, like, not have you buy a fucking camshaft for a rotary. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
The rotaries don't run camshafts. Piston engines run camshafts.
Fair. So I think the start of the next episode, you'll probably do Bitch Tits Race, because that'll at least put you in the night anyways.
You mean Anna?
Yeah,
or Anna?
Whatever it is, Bitch Tits.
Anubis.
Sorry, I appreciate the Anubis joke.
I really misread Sparky's name as Skanky there.
Well, you don't know that he isn't.
Brew. Oh man, that just makes me think of like old school Iron Brew.
I don't think I've ever drank an Iron Brew in my life.
OG Iron Brew is delicious. Current Iron Brew is bitch pop.
Bitch pop?
Yeah.
There's not enough iron in that brew?
No, what was it? I think they took all the caffeine out of it and changed the flavor.
Dude, I remember my dad used to run on Jolt Cola.
Oh god.
Yeah, and Jolt is one of the reasons that there's governance on how much caffeine should be in an average drink now.
Well, considering Jolt's from the 80s, I'm pretty sure it was just cocaine. Pretty
much, yeah. But I mean, this is from the same day and age that my dad was taking caffeine pills to stay up all night, and then like...
What the fuck was your dad doing?
About 5 jobs at once, but like cab driver, bus driver, and a cook at 2 separate restaurants, I believe.
So basically he wanted to take on as many tests that you could kill the most people if you weren't completely attentive?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Especially the bus driver one, because
Yeah.
it's like a school bus driver, not a city bus driver.
Oh, even
so,
better.
You know, yeah, take out the nation's children's.
Doing them a favor.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Most of them. All of them. Take me out. And my
Yeah, life is pain. Meanwhile, she's dancing on screen, complete juxtaposition to what we're talking about.
Yep.
She's just like, in my pain!
Well, yeah, she's like, I've only got 20 more years of this shit.
Okay, so I think just to end the episode, I'm gonna go unlock this. Even though it's a little ways away, we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna give you more area to drive next episode, so that you can enjoy the Frostbite engine in your racing game. You're welcome.
Such trash. Like, it's very pretty. It is extremely pretty.
Yeah, but so is Forza, and it doesn't have no Frostbite engine in it.
True. I'm so sad for Horizon 5. Everyone's upset because it's not in Japan, but I'm totally stoked.
Fair.
I feel like no one seems like. So I feel like Horizon is supposed to be kind of like a for everybody game, so they have to incorporate off-roading and stuff, and like I'm sure there's off-roading in Japan, but it's not to the same extent as it is in Mexico, because you know, Baja. But I don't know. I think it looks awesome, and apparently I've been watching some of the clips of like what they went through to get the vehicle sounds, and it just looks like they've listened to a lot of people's gripes.
And cars, probably.
Yes. Bitch.
I don't feel like I deserved that one,
Your
Chewy.
corny ass jokes.
Yeah, they're all corny. I just got like 1,000 updoots on a joke I made in Reddit.
Up, dudes.
Yeah, updoots.
Oh my God.
They dooted it in the upwards direction.
You can't see it. I'm just glaring into the side of his face.
I can see it.
I wasn't talking to you.
I know. I'm surprised you're still talking to me as a person.
Fuck.
Okay, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that one. It's probably, again, a little bit short, but it's fine. We enjoyed pizza, and you can eat my ass.
Jesus.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.